Good evening. It's a hockey night in Upper St. Clair on your Panthers television network. A first for the Panthers freshman team as they take on the Tier 2 championship game. The freshman team, the Panthers, will sport their home whites against their backyard rival in the Peters Township Indians. Bringing out of retirement, I'm Kurt Caruth on your Panthers television network. And out of retirement will be Rob Markwell. First, we have our own Final Two, our version of March Madness, but we're in April tonight, Rob, and what a thrill for the freshman Upper St. Clair team this evening.
I'm glad to see this environment with the music. I hope everybody can hear that. It's got to be exciting for the kids. It's a pretty exciting environment, pretty nice crowd here tonight. And these two teams battled earlier this year in their only matchup to a 4-4 tie at South Point. Of course, we're here at Ice Castle and Castle Shannon, but anyways, look for a good matchup here.
And they'll get ready to drop the puck, and they do. And Rob, parking was at a premium this evening with, I believe, a West Allegheny game earlier. And boy, a heavy hit right in front of us. And right out of the gate, number 44, Connor Ackerman, takes a heavy check into the boards. And boy, I tell you what, he went right down. And don't know if it's a shoulder or kind of clutching his side here. And once, again, just a very heavy hit here early in the game.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Connor's a steady defenseman, so I hope he's all right and makes his way back into the game here quickly. Holding his side. Looks like he's going to be okay.
Not sure if we've ever had the freshman team on. We're ready for our annual season banquet this Sunday here over at the Crown Plaza. And looks like Connor's going to skate away here. So we thought the hockey was going to be over for the season, but what a thrill to hear the freshman team making the championship game. And again, couldn't be a kind of an interesting story, Rob, where you have Peters Township in the AA division, but they play Upper St. Clair, classically a AAA team. But you won't see this matchup in the AAA ranks as the varsity team would play on the AA level.
Yeah, absolutely. But in freshmen, they mix them all up. As a matter of fact, St. Clair made this game by beating Seneca Valley, which is traditionally a AAA team, as well as Deer Lakes, which is usually a AA team. But the freshmen all mixed up.
Goaltender this evening, number 33, Mike Ambrose. He's had the majority of the play here, and Peters is going to take it across the blue stripe, and he's going to send it out wide where Pencrott takes him into the corner, and that's a name we've heard in the Upper St. Clair ranks in the past. And like your son, too, many youngsters following in their brother's footsteps, and in some cases we have even Kara Mendelson out here this evening. And
yeah, Kara and brother Matt Mendelson, and Matt started the game here at center ice, and he's going off. Next line coming on.
Peters Township in their away black uniforms, and Upper St. Clair in their home whites, trimmed in black and white. Looks like the key to this game, Rob, I think as all games with the Panthers, it seems like the quick early starts are the ones the Panthers seem to really thrive on here.
Yeah, line of Markwell, Galarowski, and Sweeney out here now, Kurt, with Patrick Lydon as well as Sean Ellebrand on defense.
What's interesting, too, about the freshman team is you can have a variety of grades here. It looks like they'll go from, 6th grade all the way up to 9th grade here as well.
Kurt, we have one 6th grader, David Pencrott, who you already mentioned. Big kid for 6th grade, plays solid defense. And other than that, it's primarily, those you point out, goes the whole way up to 9th grade. I think we have 4 9th graders on the roster. And I think we carry about 12 7th graders.
Good play there by Kara Mendelson as she stepped up into a 2-on-1 and took the charge here by the Peters Township team. A deflection in front, it's loose, and it's going to be cleared away by number 21, Danny Crockett, brother of Dave Crockett, now playing on the W&J hockey team. Oh, be careful here.
Almost too many men on the ice there. I'm surprised that wasn't called.
Especially when that puck hits a body exiting stage left. But again, it looks like they're going to let him play here.
Nice to see, too. Looks like the coach is rolling 4 lines here. We've got the 4th line coming out here.
9:21 here remains in the first period. Peters Township will dump the play down into the corner. Taken in the corner by number 86. Sticked away to number 57, Alex Diebold. He wheels and deals in the corner. Gives it back up in the corner, but unable to control. Back to Diebold. And they're letting him dance in front, and and a good play comes off the mark, but back to the point. That shot's going to go wide. Be taken in the corner by number 21, Crockett, and he'll try to play it away, but picked up by Peters. A power move right through the slot, and a good save there in front.
Cleans up his own end
and boy, a big boy here, number 11, Ian Gilbert's going to stride down the right wing. Takes a heavy hit here in the corner. Taken back and kept in neatly at the point.
That's Pencrott.
Taken again by Gilbert, unable to control. Picked up by number 82, Spire for Peters Township. And Peters Township will go on a wholesale line change. Pencrott will pick up the mail here, and a nice little outlet pass to number 7, Galarowski. And boy, he can fly. Little left-handed shot.
Penalty coming up here on Peters.
Galarowski looks like, Rob, a left-handed shot there on the right wing, and he can skate with the best of them. And you're right, going to have our first penalty here of the evening. And it looks like Peters Township's going to get the gate, number 14 for Peters Township.
Yeah, Kurt, I was just going to comment. It looked like the refs were letting them play because it looked like an apparent too many men on the ice for the Panthers, and then a little bit later there was a little bit of interference in the corner, but you know, good to see him letting them play here.
2-minute minor for Zalewski, number 14, a boarding minor, and the Panthers will find themselves on the power play here for the next 2 minutes here. And Galarowski, boy, again, just takes that stick and handles it extremely well, and that shot's going to go by number 4, Robbie Markwell, and that comes by the mark. Little saucer pass attempt for Galarowski, unable to control, and Peters with an excellent job clearing the zone.
I have to say the Panthers need to be patient there, get the zone wide, get it set up here.
Boy, and Pencrott, a big boy for a sixth grader here too, following in the footsteps here of brother Mike. And a giveaway here. Be careful here, and good that the defense was back and changing, and that's, Rob, one of the advantages of having the bench in your own zone, but that shot will deflect into the meshing, and we'll have a stop and play at 7:16 remains here in the first, 109 in the man advantage.
Yeah. With 109 left here, we have Matt Mendelson center in the line between Ben Herman on the left wing, and looks like it's going to be Alex Bishop on the right wing, though I'm not sure where he lined up on that faceoff, but those are the forwards, and Daniel Crockett back on defense along with number 40, Patrick Lydon.
Controlled, in front. Boy, another good centering pass, and that's 2 or 3 good opportunities, Rob, but we've had nobody home there in the slot area. Good play by Ambrose as he'll stick that aside. Comes back to center here, where number 42, Ben Herman, coming off an injury back on the ice.
That's good to see. Ben suffered a pretty severe cut in his foot.
And it looks like we have one injury too here as well. I think a knee injury or an ankle injury, and he's up to a cast.
Broken heel, yeah. Ryan Haleski out of the game. Broke his heel in the last playoff game Panthers played last Tuesday against Deer Lakes, brought home a 5-2 victory in that game.
And we'll have an offside here with 6:25 remaining here in the first. 18 seconds on the man advantage.
It's like Kara Mendelson and David Crockett back on defense. George Azrian centering Nick Baradone and Ian Gilbert. Ian, a speedy skater, number 11. There's another.
In front. Boy, and I think he shoots and scores. And they're going to get the tally, a power play goal, Rob, at the 6:14 mark. And I'm not sure if that clock actually started, but 7 seconds were remaining in the man advantage. And I'm not sure who got the tally, but the Panthers get the opening goal.
That was Ian Gilbert from behind the net to George Azrian. And I believe George had 2 of our 5 goals last game. So George coming on strong here, pumping the net full of pucks.
Yeah, Ian Gilbert, the script on him, a tough kid on the ice, and hits everything that moves. So a big play. Azrian gets the call. Baradone will get the assist as well as number 11, Gilbert. And the eyes have not failed you, Mr. Markwell.
Yeah, Ian and George, two of the veterans on the team. They're both ninth graders.
Well, the Panthers take that all-important 1-0 lead. Oh, and Peters comes right back with Slamiani, and a good save in front here by number 33, Ambrose, and will face it off to the right of the Upper St. Clair Panther goaltender. Panthers lead 1-0.
Robbie Markwell now centering number 8, Anthony Perone, and number 20, Alex Marshall.
Faceoff is controlled by Peters Township, and they take it from point to point, and Peters with unable to keep it in the zone, and a good job by the Panthers to clear it back to center, where it'll be taken by number 21, Danny Crockett. And Peters just content to dump it back in the zone, and it looks like the Panthers will clear it themselves. 5 minutes remains here in the first. Panthers enjoying in your championship April 1st. No April Fools today. Panthers with a 1-0 lead here in the first. Taken by number 44, Connor Ackerman, and good to see him back in the game, Rob. Took that heavy hit in the first 10 seconds of the game, and he's back skating here on right defense. Looks like they'll be gilding perhaps of an ice side or an offside play, but
it's an icing. It's actually on Peters. Will have the face-off in their end. Mendelson back out between number 23, Alex Bishop, number 42, Ben Herman, Patrick Lyden, and Sean Allebrand back on the blue line. So far, Peters, few good chances on the rush, but firing pucks over and wide of the net.
It seems like they get that looks like perhaps a mini break, but to the credit of the Panthers, Rob, this freshman team seems to play good defense, and even on their forwards, many good players playing both ends of the ice.
Yeah, back checking well, and recover each time there's a slight break for Peters.
Well, once again, Panther teams of old, and that's going to come back to the point here, and be careful here. Shot on, it's going to be deflected into the corner, and number 40, Patrick Lyden, a little gamble here on defense, but quick to get back to his post. Panthers playing extremely aggressive, controlling the majority of the play here in the first period.
Yeah, several plays from behind the Panther net. And,
once again, it's loose. Now we're in the B location. I think Bob Sebastian, the old Mount Lebanon, is sharing the center ice position and probably cutting into his video profits here this evening. I didn't know if he had copyright privileges, but we're in the corner here.
Outlet pass attempted there, long outlet pass to Alex Bishop from Matt Mendelson, just missed. Could have had a break there. Fortunately, it didn't go for an icing.
Once again, it looks like Peters just has that early step, but the Panthers close very quickly and get right back into the play. Going to be picked up by Markwell here on the left wing, and he's going to skate around the defense. He gets his pocket picked by the Peters player, and it goes back to center where Galarowski will try to play it. Right back on the attack is a left-handed shot right in front. Oh, and he shoots it wide, and a golden opportunity by Snyder in front, and a give and go, and that shot just went wide and had an open net, and the Panthers dodge a big bullet there, Rob. Once again, a centering pass goes right by the crease, and Galarowski clears it, and he starts a break back 2-on-3. I like this left-handed shot on the off wing, and he flips it on goal and a better save, and we'll face it off with the Panthers leading 1-0 here in the first. 2:31 remain.
Boy, good play there. I think it was 23, McDonough for Peters. And, as Peters has been doing, driving the zone wide, but he got just a step on the defenseman and came back to the middle, and the guy in the middle of the ice was wide open and just tapped that wide of the net. Good break there for the Panthers, and back in the Peters end again.
Shot, oh boy, and a rebound, another good scoring opportunity, and Rob, the Panthers definitely
George Azrian again.
Definitely getting the better of the play here in the early part of the game. And we see Mr. Pencrott in the stands, so it's nice to see parents of old coming back with the youngsters.
They never leave.
It's amazing. They leave when their kids aren't playing, and then they leave us to do the broadcasting. But an extra bonus.
Blue line. Good
shot.
Opportunity by the.
It'll give us some extra tape. I understand the Channel 7 Panthers Television Network has been replaying the varsity season. So we'll get a fresh look at a current game here in April of 2008, and hopefully the Panthers will bring home a winner and get to sell. Oh, what a glove save there by Harmon. Ambrose, right, Mike Ambrose, and boy, a big-time glove save.
Number 14, yeah, it was great. I am impressed so far with the Indians' play from behind the net, being patient and trying to get those little give and goes, and when they're not there, like that instance, using the point, knowing all their options and using them.
Face-off taken and controlled by Markwell, and he's going to dish it off neatly in the corner. Headman pass by number 20, Marshall, and that's going to be directed to number 8, Anthony Perrone. Play comes around the corner, and Peters will do well just to get it back to center, where it'll be stick back in by Leiden, and that play will go in offside with a stop and play. 1:23 remains here in the first.
Yeah, Panthers a little slow getting back on side there. I won't mention any names or numbers. Number 4.
Face-off is controlled by the Panthers, where it'll be taken by Alibrand here, number 91. Play comes all the way behind goaltender number 33, Ambrose, where it'll be picked up by Leiden. Outlet pass goes by Markwell. Comes back to the center ice circle. 1 minute remaining here in the first. Tied up on the corner here by number 8, Perrone. Going to be chipped ahead with a little 9-iron here. Markwell goes to play it, unable to control, and Peters once again will dump it in and go for a wholesale line change. Leiden been out here on an extended shift here too, Rob. 37 seconds to go. Looks like they're going to carry the mail the rest of the way here in the first. Played ahead by Mendelson, and he's a feisty little player as well here. Good outlet pass comes on the tape of Bishop. Alex Bishop, number 23. Oh, a power move of his own, and he loses control, but a good centering pass, and Mendelson will fan on the drive with 15 seconds remaining. Play is tied up in the corner by 2 Peters defense, and Panthers will dig it out with 6 seconds to go, and that should do it here, Rob. And a very, very fast-moving first period of play. Panthers strike first here in the championship Tier 2 game, and the Panthers enjoy, at the end of one, a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Alex Bishop there on that last rush, showing some of the reach he's shown here of late in several games. Alex, lanky kid with long arms and a long stick. He used that exact move a few times recently to score big goals in a couple of these playoffs games. So hopefully he'll pull that out again before the game's over.
Exactly what you said. 23, Alex Bishop, the line on him, tough in the center of the ice, and has scored big goals in the playoffs. So it's almost like you wrote the script and you didn't even write it.
Whoever wrote that, good minds think alike.
Special thanks to Mr. Crockett. After about 4 emails, I said, give me the scoop.
He did a good job.
And he responded very well.
Very nice, very nice. Well, Kurt, I think the Panthers need a little more energy from everybody out there. I think, obviously, I've seen the Panthers several more times than I've seen the Peters team, but I think I've seen enough of Peters to know that if we skate our best, we're the more talented team and ought to come out on top here. So I think it's just going to take effort on the Panthers' part.
Well, we have an old saying on the golf course, which I hope I'll be back on in 3 weeks, just coming off some knee surgery of my own. But we say, when you get a team down, you just want to stomp them. And this is the old math major skills always come out in these broadcasts. But again, you have a chance to go up 2-0 with this next goal, or if they get it, it's 1-1, and that's a different game at that point in time.
Absolutely.
A little bit of difference I've just noticed here. The freshman teams just play a 12-minute period, where I believe the varsities play at a 15-minute clip.
That's correct.
So we are certainly not getting shortchanged with action. A big, fast, quick-moving first period. And we'll get to see the Panthers here up close as they will move right to left now on your TV dial. And a good scoring opportunity there by Peters. That shot went right on, and a good save again by Ambrose. Wheeling and dealing behind a goal, and he tries a wraparound and another.
Defending. I'm not sure where the two defensemen were. That guy came out uncontested from behind the net.
And once again, Peters with a good job forechecking. A few of the Panthers players just standing around here, Rob, and they've really got to get this play out of the zone here. This is where goals are scored, and a good play to clear the zone, and back to center. Peters will regroup. Shot in by the Peters defense, and a big-time shot there by
Dave Crockett late in the shift to get it in deep. Fresh troops.
Pencrott with a big shot from center, and that's going to go wide, and Galarowski will try to pick his pocket at center ice. That play comes by the mark where number 88 for Peters will take it in a nifty little drop pass, but a good play by the defense, and they'll clear the zone.
Good check there by 24 Sweeney for Galarowski to pick up the loose puck. Ooh.
Play is still loose at center, and it's finally going to be picked up by number 7 for Peters. That shot's going to go wide in, and off the glove of Ambrose. And it was almost like you could see it coming, Rob. Peters coming out quick in the first 2 minutes of play. Ambrose got the glove on it, but the Peters Township Indians are going to tie it here at 1.
You're absolutely right, Kurt. You could see it coming there, and I had the same feeling because what happened was we had a turnover in the neutral zone, and all of our forwards were moving in the opposite direction, so all of a sudden it became a 3-on-2. And also our defense hadn't moved up to the line, so there was a little bit too much room there coming in, so they had an uncontested opportunity and little redirect, and it's in the net.
Ambrose, I think, got a piece of it. Now we're going to see what the Panthers are made of here. McDonough's going to get the tally for Peters. But boy, it looks like a tale of two different periods. The Panthers having the better of the play here, Rob, in the first period. And it looks like they came out in the first 2 minutes of the second, very flat, and we'll see what they're made of right now.
Panthers look a little nonchalant to me, Kurt.
The play's going to be taken by Ackerman, and he's going to headman the pass to number 81, big-time George Azrian. And he's a big force out there. Play comes around the corner to number 48, Baradone. Finally going to be controlled and cleared the length of the ice. And the Panthers will find themselves guilty of an icing as Gilbert shoots at the length of the ice. And with a stop and play, 9:24 remain here in the second, and we are tied at 1.
Yeah, Kurt, the same way that the Panthers dominated territorially in the first period, the Indians have pretty much had the puck the whole 2.5 minutes of this period in the Panthers' end. So hope we see a little reversal of those fortunes here. Starting this shift would be nice.
Good face-off win there in the defense zone, and Markwell's going to lead the rush. And a power move of his own, and he's tripped right in front. Nothing called. And right in front of the crease, he took a power move and a big-time move by Markwell, unable to finish the deal, and Peters will skate it right back out. But that's what you like to see, an aggressive move on his off wing, and he tried to split the defense a la Sidney Crosby. And just like Crosby, they don't seem to be calling that little mini hook as the player beats him around the corner.
Yeah, in all honesty, I was watching the play and wasn't sure whether that was a hook or not. So given it's the referee's job out there, I'm sure they were conscientious and did their best, as always.
I was listening to the talk radio coming over, and they were talking about Sidney Crosby and how hard he plays and how frustrated it is. As a couple of the times it seems like the only penalties they're calling is when he's getting high sticked. And again, that brings back memories of Lemieux years ago, and a good picked his pocket, and Markwell's going to try to beat 3 on the defense, and a good centering effort there, and tried to look for Marshall in the yellow helmet out there, and you can't miss number 20, Alex Marshall. And that reminds me of an old yellow helmet from years ago. Same number. Now the name's going to escape me here. Connor, who am I thinking about, John? The guy from Mount Lebanon. Used to play for Shadyside Academy. I'll think of it.
Wade.
Conrad Wade, number 20, the old yellow helmet. And that dates me about 10, 15 years ago. But Conrad Wade.
Same age as my older son, John. And my Johnny, I think of that, but my John had a yellow helmet from the time he started, 5 or 6, first 3 years. That's what everybody remembered him from. Oh, he's the kid with the yellow helmet.
Conrad Wade played with my stepson Kyle Wolfley at Shadyside Academy for his senior and junior years, and not sure what Conrad's doing. I know he was a Mount Lebanon player for some time and enjoyed his tenure at the Shadyside Academy. Play is still loose behind goaltender number 33, Ambrose. Play comes around the corner, unable to get it out is number 23, Bishop.
The Indians just beating the Panthers at loose pucks this period. Panthers got to step it up a little bit. It's a matter of effort at this point.
Head coach for our Panthers, Danny Stoles. Assistant coaches, David Crockett and Gary Klepkowski, doing an excellent job here with the freshman team. Oh, my. And a shot just goes off the mark of Ambrose and almost trickled in.
Off the tip of his glove, unfortunately over or just wide of the net. Comes Matt Mendelsohn
right back on the attack. Mendels, he's got a trailer, and he tries to split the defense. A centering pass, too, and that's going to come by the mark. Finally taken by Rechtenwald, and he'll clear it back to center. Be careful here. A break, a shot. Oh, and a good glove save there by Ambrose, and he'll hold on.
That one. Mike looked sharp on that one. Good rush there by the Indian. Is that 23? Is that the older McDonough? I thought 23 was a McDonough, too. Is that 23?
Yeah, don't have 23 here on the roster.
Maybe I'm misseeing that. Trying to catch a number.
21 was Austin Relicki, and he was out there. Panthers won, Peters Township Indians won, and we're tied here in the second, 6:34 remaining in your championship April 1st, 2008 game.
Not sure what the delay's about here, Kurt. The referee talking to the Upper St. Clair bench. Somebody's missing a mouthpiece or something.
Special thanks to John Sarabella for taking his night off and working the camera once again on the Panthers Television Network crew.
John always devoted when it comes to hockey. And I'm sure many other things his wife would attest.
We've been told we've signed a lifetime contract.
They just forgot to fill in the dollar figure.
We get our annual free pass to the banquet, which we truly enjoy. It's a nice meal on Sunday. Yeah, a little bit of a delay here. Once again, Rob, not sure if they really know where to take this
the issue, and now they're moving this
face-off back
into the Panther end.
Well,
Markwell out here between Sweeney and Galarowski. This line usually is frankly done more than they've done so far today.
Yeah, this is the
Good
big
puck
gun
control line.
Big gun line here, and we've got to get this next tally here, and it's going to be taken by Markwell in the right wing. He's going to try to beat the defense and comes around number 12, Moss, but he's unable to control. Galarowski tries to control it, but Peters skates back 2-on-2. Going to be taken by number 52 down deep, Stowers. His shot's going to be deflected wide. Comes behind Ambrose. Unable to clear back to the point, and a wrister. It's loose in front. And another good save by Ambrose, and he was sharp to jump on that with no rebound.
I'll tell you, good play by Ambrose there to save us there, because our defense had totally collapsed into the slot. There was nobody near the Peters Township points, and that was a clear, uncontested shot. Steven Galarowski tried to react late there, but nonetheless, all that traffic only means bad things when shots come in from the point. Goalies don't see it, and it goes off skates and sticks and everything else. Rear end sometimes.
Face-off taken and controlled right in the slot here by Peters. Unable to get a control, and a good closing opportunity by the Panthers defense. Heavy hit, and the Panther will go down. A rebound shot, oh my, point blank from the slot, and that's going to go right through the crease. Panthers dodge another bullet here and just have been unable, Rob, to sustain an attack past the blue line. Peters with an excellent, oh, here's a giveaway in the corner. Taken by number 48, Baradone. And that comes back to the point, and Baradone is going to take it. He's hit from behind, going to be helped out by Gilbert. Finally going to get his pocket picked by Peters Township, and they're right back on the rush.
A little 3-on-2 developing here for the Panthers if they take advantage.
It's again taking a shot by George Azrian. He's a big-time force out there. Big boy here on the freshman team. Chipped around the corner, and another big frame out there, number 11, Gilbert. So they got the big boy line out. Comes back to the point here, and that's going to be wristed but blocked in front. And once again, I'm not sure if the Panthers have even had a shot on goal here in the second.
I don't believe so. I do not believe so.
And it looks like the Peters Township Indians will go on a wholesale line change, and the Panthers will lead the rush behind goaltender Ambrose. Going to be taken once again. Panthers having a difficult time crossing the blue stripe here, and right back on the attack comes Peters. Play comes back to the right point, marches right in, wrist shot, scores, and he goes top shelf. And once again, Rob, that play was unable to be cleared, and the Peters Township forward just moved in uncontested and wristed it home from 10 to take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, well, it's something I preached to my kids all year long, Kurt. It was gap control, and it was poor. We had a giveaway at the blue line, and then there was no contesting. The defense just backed right into the goalie. So basically the puck was uncontested from the blue line into 15 feet in front of Mike Ambrose, and he was screened on top of that. So those are mistakes you got to clean up.
Tim Scray's going to get an unassisted goal here. And once again, you talk, Rob, about a game of inches. That puck came just literally a foot from being, kicked out of the blue line, and they'd have to have regrouped. But it seems like when he picked up the mail on the right point, he just marched in with nobody touching him, and he wristed it from 10, and he made no doubt about it to beat Ambrose on the stick side high in the right corner.
I hope that lights a fire under the Panthers, because they need it, because I've seen this team play with a lot of skill, tenacity, vigor, vim, whatever adjective you want to throw out there. But tonight, just really lackadaisical. I think they maybe thought they were going to walk through this. I don't know.
Yeah, got off to that early lead, and again, that next goal I think is just so important in a hockey game, and it tied it, and it seemed to give that Peters Township team, who came out with a vengeance here in the second period, that little bit of the old momentum. And they answer with the last two goals here, and the Panthers again, we'll see what they're made of, and it's a team that has played from behind before and can do it. But I think it's going to be key here to get that next tally. Faceoff is taken by number 88, Mendelson, unable to control.
By Peters, and they're out of the zone.
Finally going to be dumped back in where it'll be played behind Ambrose, where Pencrott will ram it around the board, and he'll clear the zone. And icing's going to be called.
That clearly should have been waved off, Kurt.
And it looked like he wanted to, Rob, wave it off, and at the last minute. And again, a couple shots from the fans, but at the last minute they called it.
The referee behind the goal line down there who called the icing, it's his job to do that. The referee that's at center ice is the guy that should have seen that should have been waved off, and he did not see it, obviously.
Well, we got a penalty now. A roughing minor here goes to number 88, Mendelson.
No, it's against.
Against Peters? Okay.
Let's see if the Panthers can take advantage here.
I saw the 88 go up on the board, but indeed you're right. The turkey is, as we say, on the table here, and the Panthers are going to enjoy their second power play. It's loose in front with Markwell. Shot still just going to go wide.
Set up, boys.
Galarowski tried to ram it home.
Impatient.
Once again, that play is going to come back to the zone where Kara Mendelson will try to play it. Oh, and a good play by the defense. Pencrott giving up the body. And the Panthers have to be careful here, shorthanded. Heavy hit there in the corner by number 24, Sweeney. Play is loose. Going to be taken back here to center by Markwell. He tries to go 1-on-2, unable to control. Going to be picked off here by number 14 in the corner, and Markwell with a heavy hit dished out on the Peters player. It looks like the Panthers playing here with a little bit of sense of urgency here as Ambrose will come out of his goal to leave it. Panthers here on a change. Oh, and they had an opportunity, and they've got Galarowski as the Indians were caught in a line change. Galarowski slamming his stick, Rob, on the ice.
Panthers just throwing the puck away. They've got time. They need to find the open man. They got the extra man. That's the whole idea in the power play.
Yeah, unable really to set it up here. They've just been kind of banging it back here in behind the goal. And finally, Peters is going to control it and ram it down deep. And there's a cross-ice pass open on the wing here, but the Peters defense will get there first. Number 23.
Matt Mendelson will set this up.
Here it is. Oh, rams it. Oh, he tries a wraparound Mendelson with a good scoring opportunity, but a good save there by Baker in front. Play is controlled on the left wing, and Peters will just shoot at the length of the ice. And with 7 seconds to go here in the man advantage, that'll do it for the power play opportunity for the Panthers. Now back skating 5-on-5, and the Panthers unable to answer here with a power play goal. Giveaway in front here. Mendelson is tripped, and he'll go down with nothing called. Back to center, and a 2-on-2 will break out here by number 44, Slomiani. A couple players will lose the edge. Finally going to be centered right in front. Shot on. Oh, what a save in front by Ambrose, and that could be the save of the game here, Rob. Point blank from 4 feet, and Ambrose stepped up to the plate. Still loose in front.
Good back check there by Ian Gilbert. Picked up the guy in the back door. That was a good look from the other Peter player coming out from Peters player. That's hard to say. Say that quick 3 times.
Well, no question that Peters here on the attack here, and a big-time save, and we may look back on that in this game. Point blank from 4 feet. Ambrose stands up against the shot and keeps the deficit here to a 1 goal, right back to the point where number 47 Brown will play it around the corner. It's loose. Boy, Ambrose has a real good glove working today here. So
that puck just thrown into traffic, and it popped up, and Mike grabbed it. That was a great little headsy play.
Little mini flurry for Peters, but Panthers answer the bell. And with 30.5 seconds remaining here in the second, Panthers find themselves trailing 2-1.
I think 2 words here for the Panthers: effort and energy. Make it 3. Patience.
Yeah, it seems like, again, just came out extremely flat after dominating, Rob. The first period, it was kind of a tale again of 2 different periods, and kind of an interesting game here. The second, they seem to come to life here again in the last minute or 2 here with some great defensive work, and hopefully that will be the energy that will carry him into the locker room. And
I don't think are they?
I don't think they do. Yeah, again, a difference here is normally
they don't do that in freshmen unless they were going to make a change for a playoff game.
Yeah, once again, at the end of 2 periods, historically on the varsity level, they will cut the ice here, and they'll have a 10-minute period to think about it. But with 12-minute periods, they skate the whole game on 1 sheet of ice. And boy, I tell you, just a different, like I said, a tale of 2 different periods here, Rob. The Panthers dominating that first period of play, coming right out, scoring that first goal. And it looks like a rejuvenated Peters Township Indians team that answered the bell in the second period.
Yeah, I'll start by saying it sure looks like Peters wants it better. But I'll also say I think maybe what we're seeing from the Panthers is a little bit of panic, because so many of those kids know, especially when you have the man advantage, you take advantage of the ice. You're patient, you have good puck support, and it seemed like every man for himself a little bit there. And we've not seen a lot of that this year, so I'm not sure what's going on here tonight.
And we're back with third period action. Mendelson's going to take the face-off here at center. And a playoff-like atmosphere it is. And really enjoyable in the warm-ups. A great job again by Bob Sebastian's music team. And Mendelson's going to take a power move, and he's pulled down. Shot goes right on. It's loose. Oh, my. And once again, how a penalty was not called, and Mendelson had the advantage, and he was pulled off his blade. And a good save there by Baker. I'm not sure if the net's off the mooring here. I think it is. And we'll have a quick stop and play, but you're right. Mendelson quick to take that power move of his own. A little bit of sense of urgency and take matters into your own hands on a big-time play by number 88. Matthew Mendelson.
By Coach Stoles, the Markwell line with Galarowski and Sweeney, Ackerman and Allebrand back on the points.
Another good shot there goes on. Baker's going to make the save here. Face-off backhanded shot. Oh, Galarowski. And a rebound shot. Oh, and my. That's just going to go wide. And Panthers again dominating the play here early in the third with 3 good scoring opportunities. Right back on the attack is Markwell. Shot on score! And you'd have to be here to believe it, folks. He wristed it from the corner. And the Panthers tie it at 2. Robbie Markwell.
Yeah, I saw him winding up, and I didn't know if he was going to shoot. It was bad angle, but the goalie, it was well placed. I'll give him that. It was well placed.
My golly, one of my favorite goals, the dreaded water bottle goal. He tickled the twine, and he roofed it. And Markwell answers, and the Panthers again come out striking early in the third.
Well, that's a little bit more what we've seen from this line in terms of controlling the play. They sustained an attack for 20 or 30 seconds in that end before that ended up in the net. So hopefully they'll keep that up.
Wow, a big-time goal for the Panthers. And, man, you can just see the momentum, Rob, change in this game.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Going to be taking Sweeney and Galarowski are going to get the assist. It's loose. Be careful here. Oh, my. And Ambrose kicked that back and right back into play. It's loose. Off the pipe. Shot on score.
Wow, was that a fluky goal, Kurt?
Oh, my. And Peters answers right back. And, boy, once again, that puck came off the glove. It actually, Rob, came off the glove of Ambrose, hit the pipe, and kicked right back into the center, and they rammed it home. Yeah. And Peters right back on top, 3-2.
I wasn't sure if that initially went off his glove or actually ramped up something. I think a stick or a skate, and he swatted at it and went over his shoulder, dropped behind him, and as you said, instantly swatted into the net. And a Johnny on the spot there for Peters Township.
Yeah, I think Ambrose had it was at a crossroads. He was at a decision to either cover the puck earlier or clear the puck. He tried to clear the zone and unable to get it out. And that play was kept in, and boy, once again, a fluky goal, but nevertheless right in front of us. And Peters Township answers right back with the lead, now 3-2.
Matt Mendelson looking like he's playing with some fire since the beginning of this period. The Peters Township goal scored by number 36, Shell. Assisted by number 80, Garrett Trevor, and number 57, Alex DeBolt. Wow.
Shell's going to get the tally for Peters Township. Assist goes to number 57, Alex Diebold, and number 80, Verver. And Peters right back on the attack here in the Panthers' end. Good job by Kara Mendelson, and she'll clear it back to center. And that'll be picked off by number 81, Azarian. Kept in neatly at the point by Gilbert, and he'll ram it off the glass, and that play will come around the corner to number 21, Relicki for Peters Township. Panthers just kind of standing around here. Back to the point, oh my, and a big blast here by number 21, Crockett, and that just whistles wide. Shot's going to go wide again here past the goaltender Baker into the corner and finally cleared back to center where Mendelson will play it across the defense partner Danny Crockett. Crockett will pick up the mail behind Ambrose, and he'll avoid a check from McDonough. Play is loose, and Mendelson will ram it off the stick of number 42, Ben Herman, and icing indeed will be called. And the Panthers will go on a line change with 8:58 remaining here in the third. Panthers trail by 1.
I think we're going to call that icing there for a second. I didn't see the ref here behind the play with his arm up. Mendelson right back out here, this time with Bishop and Ben Herman.
Good face-off win there by Mendelson. That's going to come into the corner by Herman, and he's going to wrist it right on. Oh, and a kind of a fluky little bounce there, and a good save by Baker. And he'll hold on for a face-off to the right of the goaltender for Peters. And with 8:49 to play, Rob, plenty of time remaining in this game.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you've got to find Peters, the Panthers here, striking with that tying tally. Face-off controlled by the Indians, and they're going to ram it back to center here. And Looks like they might be content here to sit on this 1-goal lead. Taken in the corner where Mendelson will swat at it. Comes back to number 23, Alex Bishop, and he wheels and deals around 2 players into the corner. Good defensive effort. Back check there by Mendelson. Peters are going to try to take it around the corner of number 44, Ackerman in the corner. Good play by Pencrott, and he's going to pick up his own loose puck here, and he'll skate it back across the blue line. And he's going to wrist it on the goal, and that's going to deflect into the corner. Oh, Pencrott with a heavy hit here. Looks like an early 6th grader has an early chance to line up for the Merrill Lynch Strong Like Bull Award maybe in about 5 or 6 years. Taken by number 91. Oh, my, and he's going to lose his edge. Aldebrand. Oh, look.
Because he was looking at the puck in his feet.
And Gilarowski, and he's going to lead it back to center, right to Sweeney. Takes it around the corner, and a wrister's going to go wide. Cleared back and back to center here where it's going to be played by Aldebrand. Banks it off the corner, and he'll avoid a check. Right back on the ice is number 4, Markwell. Headman pass to Galarowski, and he's a big left-handed shot. That's going to go wide. Rebound shot! Oh, my, I thought Markwell got his 2nd of the evening. And a golden opportunity, and he crashed a goal. And, Rob, that just went across popped the goal creases right. And Markwell looking to tie it here, and a golden opportunity by number 4, Robbie Markwell. Good defensive play there by number 24, Sweeney, playing both ends of the ice, and that puck is going to come off the defense and into the Panthers bench, and we'll have a stop and play with 6:55 to go. Panthers trail 3-2.
Be interesting, Kurt, to see what the shots on goal are. Certainly we had the advantage in the first period, but the Peters Township Indians dominant in the second. I'd say a little more even here in the third.
Face-off and taken in and controlled by Peters and kept in the attack zone. Sweeney out here now. Going to be played by Crockett. Nice little nifty little back pass comes on the mark to Sweeney, and an outlet pass right on the tape of Galarowski. Looks like you're going to see the big gun line here getting a lot of play. Oh, good play there by Galarowski to keep it in at the blue stripe. Banks it around the corner to Markwell, and a centering pass is going to be picked off here by Peters. Kept in neatly at the point by Galarowski, and finally Peters Township will skate it back to center. Once again, Peters just content playing defense here now, Rob. Going to get his pocket picked here, Crockett. And now Crockett will lead the rush back. And he's got Markwell leading the rush 1-on-2. Nice little nifty move by Markwell. Oh, my, and he just shoots it wide. And another golden opportunity here for the Panthers. And Markwell's taking matters into his own hand here.
Wise move to come off. Long shifts there for this line.
Centering pass, and that centering pass goes by the mark and back to the point. Number 44, Ackerman will wrist it back behind the goal. Played in the corner by number 20, Alex Marshall. Once again, back to the point. Big shot. Oh, a save right on. Rebound comes right to the Panthers, and in front it's loose. Oh, shot just goes wide, and right on the goals crease was Marshall.
Was surprised when that ended up on his stick, and he had more time. And
golden opportunity right on this tape of Marshall, and Peters just content, Rob, to control it, and the Panthers.
Pressure by the Panthers this period, and probably have to harken back to early in the first period since they had pressure like that.
Well, there's no quit in the Panthers. They've certainly come to play here in the third period. We'll have to get a kind of a definition of what happened in that 12-minute second period.
Let's hope it's not too little, too late.
But the Panthers with a sense of urgency now here. 5:05 remains here in the third. Find themselves trailing by 1. Looks like we're going to have a hand pass here, and they perhaps may take this play outside of the zone, and the faceoff will come outside the blue line. A little bit of confusion here, but that faceoff deemed a hand pass by the Upper St. Clair team, and that faceoff will indeed come out of the attack zone for the Panthers. Face-off controlled by Upper St. Clair.
Azrian on that face-off to bully his way through the defender there and ultimately win the control of the puck for the Panthers.
Once again, you got this big line out here. Azrian, Gilbert, and number 45.
48 Baradon.
Oleski. Oh, shot on. Oh, loose. Oh, my. And he crashes the goal. It's still loose. And a penalty is going to be called here. And 2 or 3 good whacks at it by Peters, but they fanned on the attempt.
Looks
and
like
the goal
Peters is going to be called for interfering with the
goaltender.
goaltender.
Yeah, they really gave him the business here. We've got to see what the call's going to be. But they bullied over number 33, Ambrose.
Boy, Mike Ambrose did a great job.
Yes, he did.
He lost control of his stick. I think the puck was stuck in or under his skate blade. And he did everything he could to keep that puck out of there.
Well, the turkey's on the table. Rechtenwald, number 83, is going to get the penalty. An interference call, as you put, made the play here. And Ambrose kind of shaking the cobwebs out.
I didn't catch the call, Kurt.
It was an interference call, just like you said, and Rechtenwald's going to get the 2-minute minor, and the Panthers now, Rob, find themselves with the turkey on the table with 4:22 remain and their third man advantage here of the evening. Going to be taken by number 24, Sweeney, and he avoids 2 players. Oh, and a good effort there by Peters Township to clear it back to center. Kara Mendelson will play it back in, unable to control. Peters once again doing an excellent job clearing the zone. And once
there by Steven to spread the ice a little bit. Too
again,
much play along the boards there.
Panthers have to get and set themselves. Oh, and another penalty here.
Looks like maybe an interference.
Oh, my.
Interference on the Indians. Mike Sweeney came in to pick up a loose puck, never got there. The Peters defender came up high on him, knocked him off his feet, but that, ladies and gentlemen, is interference.
Well, folks, with 3:49 to play, this could be interesting, and you might want to think about calling your timeout here, Rob. Each team is awarded 1 timeout, and Snyder indeed is going to get a 2-minute minor for interference. But here's the interesting scenario.
That's what happened, Kurt. Looks like a timeout for Upper St. Clair.
Timeout USC is right, and here is the interesting scenario that's going to play out, folks. With 3:49 remaining, the Panthers will find themselves with a 2-man advantage for 1 minute and 17 seconds, and then the 2-minute, obviously, minor that just comes up. But here's the key. If they score within the first minute 17, that'll be the penalty that comes off the board, and the Panthers could indeed find themselves, Rob, able to get 2 power play goals in the span of 2 minutes.
You're absolutely right.
You couldn't have said it better yourself.
But I'll start with 1. And we'll discuss the next.
The eternal optimist.
Right, very good.
But my, oh my, you couldn't have scripted it any better, folks.
Well,
You've got a 2-man advantage for 1 minute and 17 seconds here in the third period.
You know, the other question, Kurt, if you wind down a minute here and you're at 2:49,
think about pulling the goaltender.
Pull your goaltender
I think,
and go 6 on 4.
Yeah, you almost have to.
Yeah.
Now let's see what happens. The key here is the face-off win. Shot right on. Oh, and it just goes wide. 2 good whacks at it is right.
Oh, another. Oh, he's wide open.
It's loose shot, score! And the turkey's on the table. A set play.
You called,
and Ben Herman's going to get the tally and a set play right off the bench.
They need 117. They needed 10 seconds.
Oh, my, folks. You'd almost have to be here. It looked like the NCAA basketball. Yeah. They drew it up. A set play came right to Herman, and he rammed it home.
Good job to Coach Danny Stoles, and I would have picked the same kid that he did, who was the playmaker there in Matthew Mendelson.
Well, you've got to be careful here now. With the penalties have gone the Panthers' way. I think they've had actually 4 or 5 power play opportunities here, Robin. You've got to be careful with 3:38 that you don't take a little chippy call here yourself.
Absolutely.
We used to call that the spring-loaded referee's arm.
Yeah.
And hopefully you don't put yourself in a position. And I'm not sure now what's going to happen here, and if it would indeed end in overtime. But 3-3, the Panthers have clawed their way back with a stunning third period of play here. And once again, the Panthers indeed find themselves with a power play for another minute 30, Rob.
Pass there.
Right on the tape of Mendelson, and he's going to streak back. And Baker's going to come out of his crease, and he'll cover up. And with 1:26 remaining here in the man advantage, 3:14 in the third, Panthers enjoy a big-time third period to tie it at 3.
David Pencroft, doing exactly what you have to there. Come around with that speed, with that room, and make the longest pass you can on the power play. Take advantage of the time you're given.
Good play there by number 24, Sweeney, and he wraps it around but unable to keep it in. Be careful here. And a good back check by Sweeney, and he's playing both ends of the ice here this evening. Finally comes back to number 91, Alibrand, and he risks it right on the tape of Markwell. Comes on his off wing. Backhanded shot's going to go through the crease. Oh, my, and another good opportunity for the Panthers. 57 seconds. 57 seconds remains here in the man advantage where Alibrand will bank it around the corner. Unable to get it out here, and that comes back.
Your puck there by the Panthers. They've done that a few times.
Kind of looked like the Pirate game, Jason Bay and McLeod last night in the 9th inning. Nobody wanted to take the infield, the pop-up. Back to Sweeney on the right wing, and he leaves it for Markwell, and he's got Galarowski trailing. Oh, and Peters with a good job to step up on the defense, and they're going to lead a rush back. Panthers scored with 9 seconds in and have been unable to get a shot off in the last minute 51 here. So to the Peters Township Indians' credit, they've played a super defense here in this last minute 51, killing off the man advantage. And with 6 seconds to go, the last rush here by the Panthers. Going to be taken by Markwell, and he's going to blast it. Oh, my, and a pad save right on by Baker, and he'll change up. 1:42 remains in the third. Chipped away by number 35, Kara Mendelson. Going to be taken by brother Matthew Mendelson.
Good look there.
Play's going to come by the board. 1:30 remains here in the third.
Nice
good defensive effort.
Here on Snyder.
Centering pass and nobody home, and that's going to come back to number 8, Perrone, and he'll scoot it back to center. It comes by the mark where number 20, Marshall.
Here late in the game, need to get it deep.
Mendelson's going to lead the rush on the right wing. Wrister backhand shot. He tried to roof it, and he had an opportunity over the stick side. Back to the point. Shot's going to go wide by Pencroft. Finally, Peters will just clear it back to center, and the Panthers are going to dump it back in offside.
That's a good offside. Get the troops you want out there. 54 seconds left. And that should not have been called intentional.
Yeah, and they are going to call it intentional. So what you're finding now is, and you're going to have a timeout here, Peters Township, but you're absolutely right. They have called that an intentional offside, and what that does is gives Peters Township the advantage because that faceoff typically would just come outside the attack blue line, but they're bringing it all the way down into the attack zone for Peters to the right of goaltender Ambrose.
And obviously Peters did not have to do anything drastic here, like pull their goalie, because we're playing to win here, so there will be an overtime. I have to assume. I didn't see the rules written out, but I would have to assume there will be an overtime if this ends 3-3. But he should take the opportunity to set up a play, much like Coach Dan Stoles did there when the Panthers were up 5-1-3 just 2 minutes ago.
Typically what you'll find is in a normal season game, they would play a 5-minute overtime if tied after regulation. And if it would end in a tie at the end of 5 minutes, it would go in the books as a tie.
Kurt, that's true at varsity. Freshman, it's tied at the end of regulation. It's a tie. Yeah, we had a couple ties this year, and when they were tied, they were tied.
We're looking at the hardware over here. Get a good look at the
face-off right here in front of us. Oh, good face-off win by Markwell.
Quick draw on the draw, but we have a look at the trophies getting ready to be presented here, and they're unveiled. Lord Stanley will have to get a look at it in the next, stoppage of play here. But with 38 to go here, Peters looking for a late flurry. Tied up neatly behind the goal, and they're letting him play. Be careful here. Good shot by Pencroft. Back to the point. And he tried to play by Sweeney, and Pencroft's going to beat the Peters player, and Markwell's going to take a heavy hit. Back to Sweeney. Chip it out of the zone. 17 seconds to go with Galarowski on the attack.
icing.
And now you've got 9.1.
Over 9 seconds of face-off in the Peters end. What's coach going to do now? Well,
it is what it is.
Well, they'll go to overtime here, so I wouldn't. I don't think I'd take that chance with 9 seconds. I'm going to move my defenseman way up. Should move him up.
Markwell's going to take the draw. Face-off circle. And he goes on his off wing, and it's controlled by Peters Township. And they're going to bank it the length of the ice here. And another icing is indeed called, and that'll do it. And I think the coach is yelling for a 1 second that whistle should have blown with about a second, Rob, to go, and it was a late whistle. And
if this was pro basketball,
they would have gone to.
They went to the replay, and there'd be about 2.1 seconds.
They would have definitely went to the replay, and that 2.1 seconds in NCAA basketball would have lasted 45 minutes of real time. But it is what it is, an exciting game, and the Panthers are bringing out their theme song of old, a little Van Halen senior action to get them motivated. And a interesting game. What an exciting game to call. A tale of 3 different periods, Rob. The Panthers coming out, striking with the first goal, and found themselves trailing 2-1. And to the credit of the Panthers, they've clawed their way back twice to tie this game at 3. And as I like to say, the next goal will win.
Yeah, as you say, to the Panthers' credit, they got it together in the third period, came back, tied this game after they fell asleep for about a period and a quarter. I'm not sure what happened. But it is what it is. The turkey's on the table, so to speak. Their fate is in their hands. Any other cliche you'd like to have at this point?
My famous cliche is, ladies and gentlemen, now we can relax. And hopefully we're saying that when we score the next tally. Shots on goal for the game. Panthers led that with 17. Peters Township with 15 shots on goal. And the overtime period's going to begin. And a nice glove save by Ambrose in front, and he'll hold on.
You know what I like about Michael Ambrose as a goaltender? He's real calm and collected. He never gets frazzled. He saw that coming all the way.
Yeah, he said actually he played one game with 3 different goal sticks for some reason earlier this year. So a left-handed goaltender with that right paw, and quick to glove. And the faceoff will be to the left of goaltender number 33, Ambrose. Faceoff controlled. Oh, another quick glove save, and right on, and that's the importance of winning those faceoffs, Rob, down deep. And Ambrose up to the test.
Well, every guy on that faceoff circle's got a responsibility, and somebody didn't fulfill theirs.
Good faceoff win there by Mendelson, but Peters quick to again get the rebound. It's loose in front. Be careful here. And the Panthers having a difficult time clearing their zone. And a good play here by Mendelson, and he rams it around the corner, but unable to get it out. Oh, you just hate to see this as a partisan fan here, with Peters doing an excellent job keeping the play in the zone. And we've got to get this play out of the zone, Rob. Back to the point shot. Oh, my, and that just whistled by the pipe. Pencrott's going to try to wheel and deal, and he'll ram it back into the corner. Sometimes you almost have to take an icing here, Rob. All Peters Town. Oh, and he gets his pocket pick. And we got a 2-on-1 develops. A wrister, shot right on, and I don't know if he saw him trailing. Right back in front. His Herman shot on, it's loose. Oh, my, and Baker's going to.
I'll tell you, 3 out of 4
wow.
times in that situation. He buries the biscuit.
Not sure if he saw the trailer, Rob.
He certainly did. He got excited.
He probably.
10 of them would have done the same
he
thing.
probably saw that the eyeballs and eyelids were wide open as he came back one-on-one. And as any good player, give me the puck or give me the basketball with 2 seconds to go.
Oh, penalty on Peters. Little trip on the face.
Oh, another interference call. You've got to be kidding me here, Rob. I think this is their 6th minor penalty here of the evening. And the Panthers indeed will find themselves with another man advantage, and Reckenwall is going to get another minor penalty here. Wow.
Opportunity here for this line, along with Pencrot and Croc. Oh.
Be careful here, a breakaway on a short-handed situation. Shot, oh, what a save by Ambrose. And McDonough picked him clean, and Ambrose got the glove, and Upper St. Clair right back on the attack. Oh, so far the play of the game. Shot on, oh, it's loose. Rebound, oh, just goes wide.
Oh, we have had so many.
Oh, and boy, a good opportunity, and be careful, McDonough with a shot. What a save again by Ambrose, and so far and he's going to hold on in a face-off. Oh my, what a thrilling play. Once again, Peters quick to the face-off wind, and McDonough takes it end-to-end, and Ambrose with a big-time game savings save keeps the Panthers in the game with 3:08 remaining, tied here at 3 in overtime.
Bit of an opportunity for this line to rest there on that break.
Nice face-off win there by the Panthers. Once again, just unable to get it out. Ackerman having a difficult time. Going to be picked up by Markwell. And number 4, he's going to lead the rush on his off wing. Oh, and a good job to keep his edge. Going to be picked up by Galarowski. He's going to take it down deep. He rags it behind the goal, and he's looking to center it. Decides to go in front. It's loose. Shot. Oh, my. And it just goes wide. And Sweeney with a golden opportunity, and Baker was on the ice. Once again, a wide-angle shot goes just by. And it's all Upper St. Clair here. Man advantage here. Shot, it goes wide. With 40 seconds remaining here in the Panther manner. It's loose in front. Oh, my. And Galarowski was on the doorstep. And Peters Township.
The Panthers have had 4 or 5 quality opportunities in this overtime period.
And here comes Pencrot, end-to-end, number 6.
Maybe he's going to finish it end-to-end here by himself.
Takes it around the corner. He looks to center it.
Good rush. Great.
Takes it behind the
puck in deep and get control. That's a nice play.
Takes it behind the goal where number 44 Ackerman will play it. Comes into the corner and looks
like a penalty.
Oh my! An interference of our own. And I think Peters is actually going to go on.
He got tired.
Actually, on their first power play of the evening.
Ooh.
Very uncharacteristic where you see penalties, Rob, called in an overtime situation. Pencrot is going to get the minor, 2 for interference at the 151 mark here in 309 mark here in the overtime period.
On the offensive here on the power play in 3 or 4 seconds.
Now
there they are. The man's out of the box.
Skating 4 on 4, and now we're back to 4 on 5. And Peters Township now on the man advantage.
Just the one on 3 here.
Good play by Mendelson. She gets it off the shot on. He scores! And Peters Township's going to win the game on an end-to-end power play goal and a heartbreaker for the Panthers. And Peters comes storming the ice.
Tell you, great individual effort there. That was 1 on 3, and he just willed that puck into the net.
Number 47, Jacob Brown's going to get the winning tally.
Jake Brown.
And oh my, Rob, an exciting game. And Peters Township, when the turkey meant and was on the table, they cashed in with a power play goal to win the Tier 2 championship against our Upper St. Clair Panthers. But to the credit of the Panthers, an exceptional season, an exceptional game, and they had their chances. 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 or 10 chances in the overtime period.
Absolutely.
And unable to control, and a heartbreaker. I'm sure the boys will be very disappointed.
The Panthers came back and gave it a hell of an effort in the third period in the overtime. Just couldn't get the puck past Baker, and one good opportunity for the Peters Township Indians, and the puck's in the net, and congratulations to them. Well contested game, and as you said, a very a fine season for the young Panthers, if you will. You know, this is a young team. I think I mentioned earlier, this is of this team, I think 12 or 13 are 7th graders. So most of those kids, if not all, will be back on the freshman team next year.
I'm sure extremely disappointed here this evening. We're going to have a presentation of the awards here. And again, no need to hang their heads here. This was a tremendous game and a tremendous effort played, and especially by, goaltender Ambrose in the clutch here. And just a disappointment for, the final outcome. But once again, this game, Rob, could have gone any way tonight.
Absolutely. And the Panthers will tell you, every man for man will tell you they had 7 or 8 chances to finish this thing, and this wasn't their night.
And we have the presentation to the Upper St. Clair Panthers.
Oh, very nice. A little hardware for the...
Hardware is never a bad thing. Well, in the whole big picture, they take their skates off, they pack it up, and they go to school tomorrow, and it's another day. But I'm sure the boys won't be feeling that way tonight. I know as a competitor myself, you always play to win. And, boy, they really thought – it really felt like the momentum had really turned in this game, Rob. Again, it was an exciting first period of play, and it kind of came out flat there in the second, but they answered the bell on – 2 separate occasions in the third to tie it and to take this game into overtime, and had a power play opportunity and had, as we said earlier, 6, 7, 8 chances to win it in overtime.
Yeah, and I don't know what the final shots were, but if you went by scoring chances, I believe we out-scoring chanced them. But again, that doesn't matter. It's how many went in the net. And but again, a good effort by the Panthers here tonight. And I think they'll all look back and think they had a pretty fun season. And when you're 7th grade, that's pretty much what it's about.
Well, a big thrill for even us in the broadcast booth, I'm sure, as well for the boys. The Panthers Television Network taking this in high definition to the next level. So again, get a good look at this fantastic freshman team. We'll enjoy a nice evening at the Crown Plaza at the annual banquet. And hats off to and congratulations to the coaching staff and all the players. You had a great season.
Absolutely. And as you say, with this team, things look good for the Panthers of the future with this group moving up into the varsity ranks in the next few years. So anyway, very positive.
Well, special thanks to you again for coming out of retirement for the game. Your input was fantastic. Special thanks again to Dave Crockett for all the little blurbs on the players. And again, congratulations to the 2007-2008 Panthers freshman team. You should hang your heads proud. And for John Sarabella on the Panthers Television Network, I'm Kurt Carew for Rob Markwell, signing off, and we'll see you next season in the 2008-2009 Panthers Television Network. Good night, everybody.
Good night.